It was absolutely amazing. The spectacular performances we saw, mind-blowing moments in different match centers of the NPFL Matchday 1. Trent.
I'm really happy that the NPFL is back and running. NPFL 2025-2026 season. The same day the NPFL board says it's going to start, that was the same day it started. Remo Stars of Ikenne playing out a 1-0 draw against Rivers United. That so many people thought that Rivers United were going to take the win because of how Remo Stars have been engaged. Most of their players and even their coach has been engaged in the continent of Africa, talking about the Chan tournament which they were kicked out. And I'm really happy that the NPFL is back from Lagos, from Ibadan, rather from the western side to the eastern, to the north and to the south too. I'm really happy a southern team traveled down to the west to pick a point. 3 massive points by Bayelsa United, picked all 3 points against Shooting Stars of Ibadan. That's a big statement for the start of the NPFL season. And no NNL promoted side lost a single game on match day 1. That's to tell you that there is football in the second tier division, talking about the Nigerian National League, NNL.
Yes, it's quite amazing. You know, it's incredible to see these performances from different clubs. Match day 1. And the debutants did not disappoint me because I've been rooting for some of these teams, talking about teams like Kun Khalifat FC and also Barau FC pulling out draw with Enyimba. I mean, it's quite incredible.
Well, I'm really happy for Barau FC because you're playing against the best team in the NPFL as far as I'm concerned. The best team in the NPFL representing us in the continent. They've won the CAF Champions League. They are the record champions of the NPFL. And Barau FC, I don't think Barau FC are up to a year since the inception of the club. And I'm really happy they came from the NNL, they get into the NPFL and without any bully, because I'm pretty sure that so many people will be saying, okay, you're in the NPFL is different from the NNL, but I'm really happy that they did not allow it get into their head and they picked a point against Enyimba. That's like a big statement that, okay, they are picking a point against the record champions. That is like something to build on to. They have a momentum going into their next game. I'm really happy for them.
Yes, it's not just about what happens in the pitch of play, Trent, this time around. It's something different because we've been talking about development in football in Nigeria. We want to see something different. At least this time around, we've been able to see 9 matches out of 10. 1 match we understand have been postponed due to the situation of the stadium right there in Niger State.
Mina, yeah.
Now, a question mark immediately. How is it that there was an inspection tour just before the day, or on the day, would I say on the day of the NPFL match day 1, or before the day you release this kind of statement?
Well, see, I feel that let's not point fingers at the NPFL board and let's not point fingers at the NNL at the NFF rather, because let's look at it from this direction. What if the NFF or the NPFL board has met Niger Tornadoes and told them that, see, your stadium is not up to standard, get it done before this day, before you play your first match of the season? And okay, maybe Niger Tornadoes be like, okay, don't put it there on the media, we are going to rally around it. And it's like trust, it's like something like what it's courtesy, it's like trust. And okay, NFF or NPFL board wants to trust them and say, okay, let's just see what they can do before then. And at the end of the day, Niger Tornadoes did not do anything. So NPFL will just come out and say, all right, this stadium will not be used because you have failed to reach the demands of the NPFL on the stadium. And I understand it too, because it will be a disturbing issue to their opponents that they wanted to play Nasarawa United, because Nasarawa United, for me, obviously, I've traveled to Mina to play against them, but now that's the punishment. That's the punishment for Niger Tornadoes. They should fine them for delay, number 1. They should fine them for not coming out to say it earlier that, okay, yeah, we cannot meet the demand of the NPFL. And number 2, they should take care of Nasarawa United, that players of Nasarawa United that are in Mina currently, because they have to stay in Mina till, they said it's been postponed till on Wednesday. So they have to stay in Mina till on Wednesday. So I think all the logistics, all the welfare of the players in Mina, of the players in Nasarawa United are supposed to be taken care of by Niger Tornadoes. That's what I feel, and that's what I feel should be done.
Well, Trent, you know definitely that's not going to happen.
It might happen. It might happen, because you cannot start the season like this. What if the NPFL said, okay, if you don't want to do it, then we give Nasarawa United all whooping 3 points. Okay, what will you say?
Now, don't forget, NPFL had released a statement immediately after the end of last season. Yeah. Talking about the situations in different stadia. Okay. Yeah. Now, what were they doing until the point of the AGM when these fixtures was made public and the stadium was actually included to host this match?
Well, see, another thing is that that anytime a state or a team does not have like their stadium, their normal home ground is not up to the standard of the NPFL or to play NPFL matches, they look for their sister stadium, they look for a state close to them, or they look for any other stadium that can meet the standards of the NPFL and play their matches. What if like Niger Tornadoes, the NFF feels that okay, that is what they will do, the NPFL board feels that is what they are going to do, then bring them in. Say that okay, we are going to use this stadium for our first match against Nasarawa United. Then after that first match, we are still working on our stadium to renovate it and all of that. What if Niger Tornadoes, NPFL board, we're waiting for Niger Tornadoes to come up with something like that rather than waiting until the dying minutes of the time? So for me, I think if I'm saying it again that Niger Tornadoes have to pay for damages caused to Nasarawa United, because Nasarawa United, with all the spirit, they are there to make a statement. Match day one, just imagine all the preparation, all the feeding money that they will spend until Wednesday to play their next match. So I think if Niger Tornadoes do not agree to take care of the welfare and the logistics of Nasarawa United, then they should be ready. They should be ready to be deducted 3 points and should be given to, well, not deducted because they don't have any points currently. So they should be ready to get the 3 points and give it to Nasarawa United. Then Nasarawa United will just go home with 3 points and 3 goals. Simple as that.
Well, it can only get better. We hope it gets better. But I'm excited. Match day 1, 2 away wins for Bayelsa United and Warri Wolves.
Well, I'm really happy for Warri Wolves and Bayelsa United. Like, see, Barau United, they were written up before the start of this game. And when you want to look at the fact that Shooting Stars of Ibadan, I'm not trying to say that what they are doing in the media now, we don't like it. We all love it. We all want to see this. This is what we've been clamoring for over the years. Let the media get close to the club so that the club will be very close to the citizens, the fans too. That's what we have been clamoring for, and I'm really happy that Shooting Stars they are doing very well in their media. You can see everything, the post-match, the pre-match, everything, talking to their fans and all the rally before the preparation, before the start of the season. But the media doesn't win you 3 points. It's what you do on the pitch of play that wins you 3 points. That's for Shooting Stars. But I really love what they are doing. They should keep it up, and trust me, it will always pay back. It will always pay back. Even though they are not winning games, they'll be winning partnership deals. That's just it. So if you don't win your games, you win partnership deal because of how you've structured your media. Now Bayelsa United were like the odds were against Bayelsa United, because Bayelsa United were literally struggling last season to look for how to rally up themselves, and they had some coaching issues, like Amboso leaving the team, some other coaches coming in and all of that. So I think if you talk about the person that was going into this game with all the odds in their favor, it was Shooting Stars of Ibadan. Trust me. And they're playing at home at the Lekon Salami Stadium. How will I explain to someone that after all the shampram of the media, Shooting Stars of Ibadan lost their first match at the Lekon Salami Stadium with fans were all over the place, and they lost their first match? So that's to show you that football is revolving in Nigeria. It's not the normal thing. Well, it will now be the normal thing maybe when match day 20, because that was how last season started too, when we saw some away matches too, away wins rather, some people going away to pick points even though it's 1 point. And I'm really happy that it has happened to Bayelsa United. So I just hope that this is not the last away point they are going to pick till the end of the season. So please, Bayelsa United, let this be like a statement. Let's be like a momentum. Now you have won your first match. The governor of your state, he's supposed to say, all right, you guys have done well, keep it up, and if you can reach this, I'm going to give you this. And that is to show you that I think Bayelsa United, they gave their club ultimatum. The Commissioner of Sport of Bayelsa United gave their club ultimatum last season. I can still remember that was why they stayed afloat, because without that ultimatum, we would have been talking about Bayelsa United in the NNL. So I think they need a challenge, and I think if they can win against Shooting Stars anytime they play at their home ground in Bayelsa State, I think they should win all their home games, or maybe probably try and pick points at home and pick necessary points away from home. So this point against Shooting Stars, it's a painful point. It's a very painful point, and I'm sure that my Ibadan brothers, they'll be very sad, and they'll be very sad. I'll try and read all the news in the coming days.
Trent, it's development in some quarters, and some quarters are rejoicing, and while in some quarters of the NPFL it is a decay. Talking about the situation with Enyimba International FC, it's quite unfortunate that a team that is that experienced, 2-time CAF Champions League winners, and the most successful club in Nigeria would be able to. They traveled with just 13 players to an away game. How is that possible? Who approved? I don't know. Something should have been done. You see, they came in with just 13 players. They filed in 11 and 2 on the bench, and they allowed that game to start.
Well, I don't know why before the beginning of the season, all the teams did not register their players with the NPFL. Because I think they used to register their players with the NPFL because that's what's supposed to be done. You have to register all your players in the NPFL. If NPFL saying you cannot register less than 24 players for a whole season, then you should go with 24 players. Well, and then maybe you cannot register less than 24 and more than 35 players or maybe 40 players in the NPFL. That's what they're supposed to do. And I think the problem starts from the NPFL board. It starts from there. I will really blame them for this because you are supposed to have the profile of all the players in all the teams playing in the NPFL for that season. And when you have all the profiles, you say Enyimba cannot bring. That means that's the amount of players they have in their camp. Just 13. Why would Enyimba carry 13 players to the NPFL and the NPFL approve it? So I think, first of all, the NPFL board does not have the profile of all the players playing the NPFL. Then secondly, the NPFL are not aware that Enyimba would use 13 players against Barau FC. That's what I feel. Then now you're using 13 players, 11 on the pitch of play, just 2 substitutions, a goalkeeper and Mujib. Then Joseph Atule was injured, then Mujib had to come in. Then the goalkeeper was the only substitution left, and you know that it's very rare before a goalkeeper gets subbed in a game. So number one, you are putting the lives of the players that cannot play full 90 minutes at risk. Number one. Number two, you are putting even yourself at risk because there's no way you are going to win a game with 13 players. There's no way you're going to win a game in this current NPFL era. There's no way you're going to win a game against 13 players.
Why? One will ask, why is Enyimba again in the news for the wrong reasons? I mean, in a couple of weeks weeks ago, they've been in the news for negative reasons, and we keep saying
they're still in the news for negative reasons.
Yeah, they have a club chairman who is that experienced, a Champions League winner. He's played in Europe. He's played all over the world. He understands the business of football, and this is happening under his watch.
It's really sad. It's really sad. Well, we were here when we had our guest, and he said so many things about Enyimba. He said so many things about the chairman, that why would you be a chairman of a club and you are not with them? You're not even staying in Nigeria, you are staying outside Africa. So I think that's questioning, and that's so unfair. And I know that it's just because Enyimba has reached this mark in Nigerian football that they cannot just disband the team and just say, okay, let them rest. Enyimba have reached here, and I think so. Like they are supposed to just go and just go away and just re-strategize and look how to come back to the NNL and play their way down to the NPFL, because Enyimba have, like, the structure is not there. There is nothing in Enyimba currently. There is nothing in Enyimba. It has reached a place that even the NPFL board are supposed to be telling them, please just disband this team. Just disband this team. That this team is not working. Well, nothing is working at Enyimba currently. Nothing is working at Enyimba. I hope
something will be done, and done soon, because I would like Abia State government to even get involved in this. Because talking about Abia State government now, weeks ago we heard that the governor of Abia State, Governor Alex Oti, he's making plans to renovate the stadium, the Umuahia Township Stadium. Yeah. But yesterday we saw the game between Abia Warriors and
Kano
Pillars. That match, that game, that same pitch. Trent.
No renovation,
and the season has started already.
You know, it's easier said than done. We all know what it means to renovate a stadium. It takes months. Sometimes it takes years. 1 year to renovate a stadium. You can ask Lobby Stars, the Apeaku Stadium. You can ask Kanu Pillars too, the Sani Abacha Stadium too. So I think it's always very difficult to renovate a stadium, because you have to give it time. You have to make sure that you don't have to rush things when you're renovating a stadium, when working on that kind of project. It's a big project. Renovating a stadium doesn't mean that you just renovate the pitch and all of that. You have to make sure that everything is put in place, is up to standard, because after that time, they may stay like after 20 years before they even come and touch the stadium again. So you have to give it full attention. It's easier said than done. I said this before. So Alex Oti have said his thing, and I feel that he should just calm down. He's in the NPFL. He should just calm down. As far as the stadium is up to the standard of the NPFL, they are in the continent, so they'll be visiting Akwa Ibom State to play in their in the CAF Confederation Cup, because I think that's where they'll be playing their games. Because if they say they want to start renovating the stadium before the match starts, for the tournament starts in the continent, trust me, they will not achieve it. They will still have to go to Akwa Ibom State to play against.
Well, that's where they are playing currently. That's where they are playing currently. Is it okay for NPFL standard? I don't think so, Trent. Anyway, we'll see what happens in the next coming of days, and hopefully we will get to see some sort of renovation in that stadium. And that match, there was some sort of controversial moment right there in that match where Kano Pillars felt they were cheated. They scored a goal and it was disallowed. It was
clear offside. I saw the goal. It was clear offside.
But the coach didn't think so, and some supporters didn't think so too.
The coach is not supposed to think so. He's not in his duty. It's not his right to think so. Or maybe he has the right to think that it was a clear goal, but we saw it. The camera angles, and we saw that it was clearly an offside for me. And there is this rivalry I'm seeing between Abia Warriors and Kano Pillars, because let's not forget the general manager and the player of Kano Pillars, the captain too, Ahmed Musa, he wanted Imam Amakpakabo to coach Kano Pillars. So Imam Amakpakabo did not go there. And their first match, they're playing it against Abia Warriors, which Imam Amakpakabo is the coach of Abia Warriors. So there was this rivalry between the both of them, and trust me, it's always, that's how football is. You don't have to face your fears and just take the game as it is. Kano Pillars, decent side, anytime, any day. But Abia Warriors, this is a statement. This, they're saying, okay, yeah, we are ready for this season. We are not just focusing in the continent of Africa, and we're focusing on this season because we want to replicate the kind of performance we did last season. Because trust me, Abia Warriors were solid last season, and they are starting on a high note, getting 3 points, 1 goal, and 1 clean sheet for them. I think that's a good way to start the season.
Well, definitely that's a good way to start the season, and I hope this will continue, because I want to see all the Nigerian sides that are representing Nigeria in CAF doing better. Let's go out there and do well. Let's go out there and win the trophies. We can do it, right?
Yeah, we can do it.
We can do it. Also, talking about winning the trophies and doing well, will the Super Eagles of Nigeria do well in the upcoming World Cup qualifiers? They will play in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Trent?
Well, I'm really happy. 1 week from now, the boys are coming back. We will be seeing our national treasure pulling strings in Europe here and there. Let's not forget, over the weekend, Moses Simon scored a goal for his side, Paris FC. I'm really happy for him. That's a big statement to the upcoming qualifiers, and they'll be playing against Rwanda. Nigeria won Rwanda in the last time out, 2-0 away from Rwanda. They are coming here to play against the same Rwanda, and I think it should be an easy win for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. But after then, they're traveling to South Africa, so that's where there will be problem. But for me, I think we should just focus on the game against Rwanda first. Then we'll now know how to think about South Africa. But I've seen the provisional man list. I've seen it. I like the set of players that have been called. We have no right to defend the NPFL talent. That doesn't mean that we don't have talent here, but we have no right because of what happened in the Chan tournament. But I will keep saying it, and now Sisi is supposed to be called up, because I didn't mean he played this game against Niger Tornadoes on Matchday 1. I think he would have scored a goal, and that would be another statement. There are some strikers there that have not scored a goal since the season started, even in Europe. So why are they there? So I think Anas Yusuf is supposed to be called up anytime, any day. I think Anas Yusuf is supposed to be called up for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That's for me, because the young man is the best player in the NPFL last season.
Yes, definitely he should be called up. I will support you on that, because he was not given the chance, but when he had a chance, he showed Eric Chell that he has what it takes to be a part of that squad. And now the Super Eagles of Nigeria, you've seen the list, you've seen the names there.
Yeah, I'm happy for Ebenezer Akot to Sporting Lagos and NNL side under 20 with the under 20 Flying Eagles with Aliyu Zubero, from Aliyu Zubero to the Chan Eagles, from the Chan Eagles now to the Super Eagles. I'm really happy for him. Look at the progression over the years. I'm really happy for Ebenezer Akot, and I think I just wish in the final man list is still there, because come on, you cannot say there is Nwabali there is Amas Obaseje there is big names there too, but well, we can just cross our fingers and see if he has really softened the heart of Eric Sewuchel. But for Eric Sewuchel to call him up for the provisional man list, I think he will likely give him a shot, even though he doesn't play, even though he doesn't make a feature, but just include him in the final man list, it will go down in history that this young man was among the squad that played against Rwanda and South Africa.
Well, I think it's going to be between Harcourt and Adebayo Adeleye.
It's going to be
one man will go in between the two of them.
Harcourt will make the cut for me. I think Harcourt will make the cut because Harcourt did not get the opportunity to play the first 2 games against in the Chan Eagles. But before you know, the last game against Congo, he came in clean sheet, concede. I think that's a decent way to say, okay, yeah, I'm the man for the job. And don't forget too, under 20, he has been flying too with under 20. He has been doing very well, even with Sporting Lagos too. He has won the Gothia Cup with Sporting Lagos in Sweden. So I think the young man is a decent goalkeeper. He just needs that exposure and he needs that experience. And trust me, with the likes of Nwabali standing side by side with Nwabali during training, that will give him a little bit of experience too. Yeah.
Okay, some concerns in the defense line right now. Chigozie Awaziem.
Yeah, Chigozie Awaziem.
What is that name doing on the list?
Well, filling up the spaces that NPFL players could not make a cut in. I think that's what is doing there.
Because definitely, I don't think Awaziem still have what it takes to make it to the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
You know that this is a provisional man list. People does not really take the provisional man list serious. We always wait till the final man list. That's when all Nigerians will be like, come on, why did you drop this player for this player? Why did you do this? Why did you do that? So I think the provisional man list is there. Then the final man list, that's what so many people are asking. And after now, we'll know.
Trent, any concerns from the midfield to the forwards on the list?
Well, I said before that maybe the final man list will tell my real judgment about how I feel about the list. But seeing the likes of Terry Murphy, seeing the likes of Cyril Desas, I'm really happy that I saw Cyril Desas there. Seeing Tola Rokodare too, that in the final man list he's definitely going to make the cut. Then Victor Osimhen, Moses Simon, and all the big boys.
I think the forward is quite difficult to
bench who for who, and I think at the end of the day, we'll still anyone the bench for who. That's still very nice. That's still very good for me. And we've been hearing so many transfer saga of our very own out there in Europe. But I think I'm really happy that they still make a cut into the provisional man list. So we'll just look forward to the final man list and know our final judgment if we still have the hope of qualifying for the World Cup or not.
Well, talking about transfer saga of our Super Eagles players, one man, Victor Boniface, linked to AC Milan and currently has returned to Bayern Leverkusen due to some concerns from AC Milan. Injury worries. He seems to be an injury-prone player.
The sporting director of AC Milan came out to say, when you want to talk about Victor Boniface's output on the ball, you see that he's a very good player. He's a skillful player. He's a versatile player too. He can play different positions up front, and that's not what made them to return him. And I'm really happy that it's happening now, not that he just goes to the team and start having all these injuries worries. That means that he failed his medicals. And let's not forget, this is a young man that ACL has hit twice in his career. And before now, it was not even the ACL. It was always about the muscle pain and the muscle issue, the muscle tissues in his legs. So I think I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say now, but I think he's got personal medical team and he's got a medical team at Bayer Leverkusen too. So they should look for a way to make sure that this young man is fit and he doesn't fail medical. Let's not forget, in the last transfer window too, he was on the verge to join Al Nassr. At the end of the day, we just saw that the deal did not go through. He had to go back to Bayer Leverkusen. He had to stay at Bayer Leverkusen. And staying at Bayer Leverkusen, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but most of the players at Bayer Leverkusen have gone. So it will just be Victor Boniface there and trying to help the new sheriff in town for Bayer Leverkusen. And I think it's a wake-up call for him too. It's a wake-up call for him too. So many people are saying that it's because of he's very unserious on social media, very nonchalant about some things. That's why he even came out and said that when I know say deal done off and stuff like that. He was so jovial about everything and the whole stuff. But I think if his agent, he's got a decent agent, and at the end of the day, they should just finalize everything. AC Milan have not yet cleared off the deal yet.
Well, I think Trent, it's not that he failed. He did not fail the medicals. It's just that they are concerned about the number of time he has this history of injuries. Yeah, so they want to do they have a long-term plan with him.
Yeah,
so they are still taking their time to take the right decision. So I don't think you will just say he failed the medicals. No, and he's a quality player any day, anytime. So I think he's a good man for AC Milan.
He's a good man for AC Milan if some players leave, because players have left AC Milan. I still know about some players, and let's not forget the last player from Nigeria that visited AC Milan. He has been having some game time issues. Talking about Chukwueze, he's been having some game time issues, and Chukwueze is not Victor Boniface too. So let's just not say that he's going to be like Chukwueze. So
well, I wish him all the best. Yeah. I wish him all the best. I hope he gets better. We want to hear good news. We want to hear some good news from that quarters. Lastly, Trent. Taribo West last week had this outburst with the NFF, talking about how his colleagues, legends of the game, were treated when they died, and NFF came out to release a statement that they supported the families of Christian Chukwu, they supported the families of Peter Rufai, even sent a delegation to attend the funeral. Who is telling us the truth?
Well, I say this, and I will say it again, that you see football, it's a short-term career. What were they doing with their money? Because obviously we were earning money in the 90s. They were earning money in the 90s. You cannot expect the NFF. I understand these people are national treasure. I'm a citizen too of Nigeria. So does that mean that anytime I have medical issues, I should wait for the federal government of Nigeria to take care of me?
No, hold on. I will not sit here and allow you to say that.
You
say they were earning money in the 90s, how much were they earning? How was football back then? And which club did these guys play? Talking about Peter Rufai, where did he play his football? Where did he fly straight?
Do you know that those people were earning 100 and something million naira every year in Nigeria?
Trent.
Yeah.
I would still say this.
Yeah.
I cannot allow you sit here and talk about
Brownie Day came out to say something about the whole issue.
Like that.
Brownie Day came out to say something about the whole issue.
What did Brownie Day say?
My advice for any player in Nigeria, if you are playing football, make sure that in your playing years, you act like an Igbo man. Always invest. Make sure that you invest so that you don't come wanting at the end of the day. You don't come, because if he had the money, if he made use of his money very well, at the end of the day, you have medical issues. You pay by yourself. You don't start waiting for contributions from NFF or from your ex-players to pay. How many of them have you called? Have you heard coming out to say that we have these issues about stuff and stuff like that? There are some ex-Eagles players that are still living their private life and still making money. They're still living good private lives. So they should not come out and blame the NFF. The NFF are not responsible for their health. The NFF are not responsible for their welfare. They have gone past that stage. I'm not saying that the NFF are not supposed to help them. I'm not saying that the NFF are supposed to help them.
For want of time, we might not really dive deep into this conversation. But talking about the 1994 Super Eagles squad,
they are national treasure.
Okay.
I understand that.
Now hold on.
I understand that.
How many of them are doing well currently? And those doing well from that squad, what did they do after their playing time? Is it just the money they earned while they were playing? Definitely not.
Definitely not.
They understand.
There's the people that are doing well.
The people that are doing well. Who went into coaching and some form of football business, but those that didn't have the opportunity, or those that were not properly educated back then about the business of football, where did that leave them?
Then you go into another business. It will not be necessary.
Now the conversation is beyond just sending some monetary support to their families.
Yeah,
it's beyond that.
It's now what?
Some politicians sit in some positions they are earning after being for instance, somebody is earning as an ex-governor of a state, and is earning that. He's currently in the National Assembly, earning money too. Former president earning money. So what happens to an ex-international who gave his life for this country when it comes to football, what happens? Nothing.
See.
Go to some other countries. We borrow a lot of things from Europe and other countries out there, but we don't practice it completely.
See, I'm not
There's
saying that.
there's a
they don't
plan.
deserve this.
There are plans for ex-internationals, okay,
Yeah.
from other countries.
I'm not saying that
after their playing time.
I'm not saying that they don't deserve this. Even the teachers after 35 years of service, they try to get pension. Even some workers, federal government workers, they try to get pension. I understand that. But should we be saying, where does it happen? Where does it happen? Even even outside Europe, even for club-wise, if your contract is done, you are done with the club, you are moving. Even national team, when you are done with your national team, you are moving on.
The three lions of England.
So the super.
Let me use that as an example. They have plans for their ex-internationals. They do. Go find out. They do, but we don't have that time to delve deep more into that conversation, Trent.
All right.
This is how much we can take on this conversation and on this episode of the show. Your parting shot, Trent.
Well, I'm really happy for Bayelsa Queens. They won the game against Police Ladies, and that's like a very way to prepare for the next match against the next coming match against Sam Nelly, and not forgetting ASKO. The goal scorers were Sikirat Moshut, and not forgetting Ememesien. So congratulations to Bright White Obona and the girls. Make sure that you qualify mainly into the CAF Women's Champions League.
Well, congratulations to Bayelsa Queens. This is the Locker Room Central. If you are seeing us for the first time, please follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is where you need to be. My name is Bill. We're out. This is the Locker Room Central.
You're gonna love it.